This is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, for your comments, and thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. Well, ladies, we have gone through at least a decade of hearing black men have their say about black women. Some of it hasn't been so very flattering, and we've all had to suck it up. But lately, I've been coming across videos of black men who are having their say about black men who trash black women, and I'm just loving what I hear. So I'm going to share some of these videos with you so you can hear what these men are saying. I think that it's about time for black men to speak up for black women who like black women. If you don't like black women and you know you don't want to date black women and you don't want to be around black women, that's fine. That's fine. But if you do like black women, I just say speak up and let it be known. They have a right to like who they like, but if you like black women, you have a right to like who you like. Okay, so listen to what some of these guys have to say.
So there's a whole bunch of black men getting on the app talking about, oh, the reason we don't date black women no more is the way that they're raised. You know, an example would be a guy named I Am Truths 357 or something like that. He goes into, oh, it's the way y'all raised, stuff like this. Let me tell you something. Black men weren't raised to be providers nor leaders. And as a collective group, they're not providers nor leaders. Now, I just find that quite hilarious that we want to talk about the way black women are raised, but you don't want to talk about the way black men are raised when y'all come from these exact same broken households that your father ruined majority of the time. And y'all be trying to preach to women about what they should do and what they need to do. This is coming from a group of men who can't even provide the climate for a woman to be submissive and rest in her femininity. You don't provide that. You don't know how to love. You don't have any compassion. You don't have any empathy, sympathy, nor grace for your group of women. But yet, they're supposed to submit to a group of men who can't lead nor provide and complain about providing. Complain about everything. Always blaming them for all the problems. Hey, it's just, and all the reason that the community messed up is because the black woman ruined it. This is what black women are supposed to get with, bro. And let me tell you something. Men who get women, men who are married, men who know how to love and treat a woman right, do not get on the internet and complain about what black women, certain black women, that we have no business messing with are doing. If she's not a good woman, you don't get with that woman. What am I going to talk about the bad woman for? A man focus on what he wants and he go gets what he wants. We don't sit here making excuses and talk about the bad apples. But that's all they want to talk about. Oh, the bad black with the problem with the majority of the black. That's not the case. The majority of black women are not bad. But the majority of y'all men, in my opinion, it's just my opinion, you don't qualify for a good woman, because if you did, you would have one. You would be talking about how much you love your wife, but you don't have one. And every day you go to bed, you cuddle with a pillow. That's all you have is that pillow. And then you'll hop on TikTok or YouTube to make a video about black. That's all you have is your bitter audience and your pillow. And when you get to them retirement homes, you ain't gonna have no support system around you as well. And that's what you get. Trying to tell black women that they need to learn how to be submissive and respect a man. Ain't nothing to respect about a lot of y'all. Your content that you dropping don't even deserve respect. You think you deserve a good black woman? You don't qualify for one, homeboy. You never even uplift her. Your whole page is dedicated to tearing down the womb that gives birth to you. Come on now. You disqualified yourself the moment you opened your mouth. Majority of y'all men that's speaking. And then, dog, when y'all be talking about y'all got these passports and we going over here and because we being treated like kings, we see the way that those women talk bad about BLK men as well. And we know that you are a walking lick. They know that you're a walking lick. You ain't getting no, it ain't all gravy on that side. It's not. The grass ain't green on that side. Let's stop the cap. And majority of y'all that do that, you really wanted a black woman, but black women didn't want you because you have issues. Some of y'all be making all the problems about what women did and women did, but you never look in the mirror and realize that you just don't qualify. You just don't qualify for a good black woman, and that's what you get, bro. Because a man, see, I got mine. A man who loves his wife, a man who has dealt with nothing but black women, who loves black women, who appreciate black women, will have no problem finding a good black woman because he knows what to look for. And maybe instead of telling women to choose better, maybe it's actually you men who should choose better. I can't even say that though, because a lot of y'all be having a good black woman and then you ruin her.
Well, that young man said a mouthful. He said a mouthful, and I don't think that I should try to add anything to that because I think he spoke from the heart, and I think he spoke his truth. And I believe there are a lot of black men who feel that way because black men and black women are still getting together, still getting married, still buying homes together, still raising children together. So even though there's a lot of this ugly talking on social media about black women this and black women that, responsible black men are still building families with black women. Let's listen to this guy.
So NBA legend Paul Pierce was asked his opinion on why NBA players date white women. And he said it's because white women appreciate more. They don't mind being held accountable, and they apologize more. And he laughed. Look, Paul Pierce, date who you want to date, man. That's your preference. But don't down the entire group of black women because you don't prefer them. You prefer somebody else. There are plenty of black women. I'm married to one. Been with her since 87. That will apologize. That's very, very appreciative. Don't mind being held accountable. And a lot of times won't even hold me accountable when I'm messing up big time. Being extremely supportive. I know plenty of black women like that. So it ain't funny for you to disparage and down talk and feed into these narratives about black women because you prefer not to date black women. That's your preference, dog. So you don't have to down black women to justify your prejudice, because that's prejudice against your own women, because you're prejudging all of them. And it ain't funny. The dude that's sitting up there with you is not funny. The black woman that's sitting up laughing with you is not funny. And I ain't gonna even lie, man. I try not to get my emotions too high when I'm making these videos, but I'm extremely pissed off for you to make a statement like that when it's extremely disrespectful and it's wrong. Them dudes do that because that's their preference. And it might not even be their exclusive preference. That just might be who they fall in love with and who they be with. That don't mean them dudes won't marry a black woman. They just didn't. Because they fell in love with somebody that ain't black. But most black women I know, most black women I've experienced in all of my 52 years of life are extremely appreciative, extremely respectful, extremely loyal, extremely supportive, extremely uplifting, extremely strong, extremely intelligent, extremely loving, and extremely caring. See, social media got people fooled because they like to show women acting up when that's not the majority of black women and black people. So I'm gonna say, Paul Pierce, you a sucker for saying that, bro. You a sucker for saying that. And I have zero respect for it. Y'all just feel so comfortable taking shots at us. Taking shots at us. You won't take shots at nobody else, but y'all take shots at us. Because y'all feel like it ain't no repercussions behind it. We easy to take a shot at because you know the world just gonna giggle and laugh with you. Man, that's weak. All praises to the Most High.
One of the steps to growth in the Black American community is going to be when people have the ability to self reflect and not only look at what they see wrong with somebody else, but also see what's wrong with themselves. In other words, you need to be able to see what's wrong with yourself as well as what's wrong with somebody else. But anyway, these were two. I have some more videos that I would show maybe at a later date, but I thought these were very telling. I want y'all to let me know what you think about these two guys standing up for black women and not a minute too soon. And not a minute too soon. Okay, thank you for listening. Give me a thumbs up and have a good evening.